And you know, it's also good to see that the city of Oceanside understood people would be apprehensive when they heard a trash transfer site might be coming to their neighborhood.
Citizens of East Oceanside have been concerned lately about a trash transfer station in Vista. I asked the Assistant City Manager, Dana Whitson, about the possible advantages and disadvantages of having a trash transfer station in Vista. Let's hear what she had to say. What exactly is a trash transfer station?
Well, as the name implies, a transfer facility is a building where trash is transferred from the collection trucks that pick it up at people's homes into larger trucks that would carry the solid waste to the landfill.
How is Oceanside taking care of its trash right now?
Well, right now we have a collection system known as the WMS system. It's very unique, it's patented. It's a one-of-a-kind system that's available only through our hauler, so we're fortunate that Waste Management, our hauler, has this system, but by the same token, we're captive of this particular system. And the system we're using right now collects the trash on the collection truck in a pod, that large cylindrical portion on the back of the truck. The pod actually removes from the truck, is placed on the ground, and then later is hoisted onto a transfer vehicle that takes 3 pods at one time to the landfill that we're using in Orange County. Last fall, the Oceanside City Council approved a strategic plan for solid waste that said that the city would try and gain access to a solid waste transfer facility. We believe that conservatively the city could save about $700,000 a year if we had a transfer facility. But we wanted to get all of the public's input before we even pursued any particular site. So we started having a series of meetings this year that considered both the Vista site as a possibility that we could participate with them, also a site that the city owns at our City Operations Center, a site that Waste Management had offered on their existing yard on Industry Street, and lately the citizens have also asked us to consider a site in the Oceanside Airport Industrial Park area. Obviously, trash transfer facilities are very controversial. Public's got a high degree of concern, and so they wanted to have an opportunity to hear about all the sites. And I think that while there's still concerns, that they appreciate the fact that the City of Oceanside started early on to get their input and to have their questions answered before any decisions are made. Trash transfer facilities are broadly used. They're used all over the nation and the world, so it's not a unique kind of facility. Like just about any kind of land use that you have, there are certain impacts, but they can be mitigated. The ones that we've heard most frequently from people about are noise, odor, traffic, aesthetic impact. Interestingly enough, if we installed a transfer facility in Oceanside, we would actually reduce the number of truck trips because our current WMS system can carry less tonnage than a conventional transfer truck. Our rough cost estimate would be about $3 million.
And how long would it take to build such a site? And how long would it be expected to stay running and operated? And is it something that Oceanside could feasibly afford to keep running and operated?
Well, that $700,000 a year that I said was a savings, that's after we pay for the annual cost of a trash transfer facility. We would save $700,000 a year over our current cost for the current system that we have for getting the trash to the landfill. So clearly there's a savings, and we could afford to do that. Well, it would take conservatively a minimum of 18 months to permit and develop a transfer facility. Once it's constructed, these are large industrial buildings. They've got a long life, at least 25-year lifespan, I would think. We've had a series of workshops where we've invited the public in to bring their concerns, their questions. We've also taken citizens on 2 tours of transfer facilities. The first tour was of relatively primitive transfer facilities here in the nearby area, one in Escondido, one in Carlsbad. And then we recently took the citizens to one up in Riverside County and one in San Bernardino County that are brand new, that have state-of-the-art facilities.
Whether there's a trash transfer station in Vista or Oceanside, the City Council, the residents, and other organizations involved have their work cut out for them in the months ahead.